Hello everybody, this is Zerda with Zerda MTG, and today I've got another legacy testing video with Blue-Green Omnitel. Started the match, looking for a match a little bit before the video started just because the wait times can be kind of long right now. And this one's going to be a keeper despite not being the best. I just don't think I'm going to mull away Brainstorm, Show and Tell, Fetch Land, Omni. It's not the greatest, but I have most of the combo, and against Painter. So I suppose this isn't exactly the worst matchup anyway, so we're not going to get punished. Yeah, I think I like leading on the tap source. A little bit unfortunate that we keep getting it in hand, but so be it. Don't mind Grindstone. They can't kill us with it as long as we don't draw both Emeralds. And let's just go for it. Well, a bit late now. I was going to say I don't believe they have anything, but they could have Red Blast. I should have done my practice games today. Yep. Definitely should have done my practice games today. I'd have remembered that. It takes me a while to warm up and get into the magic mentality. So that's going to be a pretty big loss on our part. Alright, so put that to the bottom. That on top. And I don't feel like shuffling anything. No need to. I don't need to deploy the second Preordain. I don't need to deploy more lands. I believe there's self-milling here. Yeah, ooh, Karn Great Creator. Alright. That could be a problem later. Lotus Petal. What do they plan on doing? Cunning Wish for Intuition. Intuition for Show and Tell. I think I'd rather just Preordain. I have a chance of winning this turn with it. Want another land. And so be it, it looks like. I'm not even going to use the Show and Tell, actually. Or the Cunning Wish here. I'd rather save it for when I actually have something to do with it, with the Omniscience. Hold on to Brainstorm just in case I need to look for a Force of Will. Nope, by all means, keep going. Welders. Let's see. No need to shuffle. Another city, that's good. Brainstorm. I'll keep the Spell Pierce. Shuffle away an Omni. And the Astrolabe? Yeah, that seems about right. Snow-covered island. Suppose I should have kept the Astrolabe. No, because I'm not going to hold up Spell Pierce here. Should have shuffled away the forest. Alright, so I want to draw that Force of Will. I also want to draw that Intuition. No shuffle. Deploy forest. Pass turn. Deploying the forest because I want to have access to Ice Fang even if I shuffle Grindstone. They can keep doing that. I do not mind. Alright, now we might have a small problem with their card draw engine online. Next turn we'll be able to City of Traders with, play City of Traders and hold up Force of Will without having to pitch anything. If that ends up being something we want to do. Recruiter, go for the combo. I do not mind. Combo does not really do anything here. I think their better bet was to go Recruiter for Recruiter. Hopefully we don't have to Force of Will. And now they'll probably do it again, get the card draw. Wellspring, go for it. They're back up to 7 cards. That is very concerning. Now they have the loop they want going. Engineer. I think they've tapped low enough that as long as they don't have 3 Pyroblasts, we should be able to get there. So we'll Intuition for 3 copies of Show and Tell. Where is it? There we go. Show, show, show. Just make sure that is indeed 3 copies, yes. Alright. Don't want to put something else in there. Our turn. And here we will Show and Tell. Red Elemental. We will Spell Pierce. They'll pay. We'll Force. If they blast again, it's indicative of a 3rd blast. But I think we'll still go for it, because we have no Show and Tells left and no way to get them back. Okay. Alright, so this is very, very indicative of them having another one. Gonna make them actually have it, though. Oh. Cast with Omniscience. Holding on to the Cunning Wish just in case they were slow rolling me. I'll cast the Cunning Wish last. Well, last besides Brainstorm. And I'll grab the easy Shared Summon skill. Emrakul. Ice Fang. Okay. Oh. And they didn't want to see a game 2. Little unfortunate there. Create a new match. And now we wait. Painter is a pretty good matchup for us. Little less good than it is against things like, what do you call it? Like Sneak and Show, where you get to actually play Sneak Attack and dodge all their red blasts. I guess we have 1 copy of Eureka they can't interact with, but that's a far cry from 4 copies of a much better card. I think you should also try and play your worst matchups more often in testing, but if you're just here for fun, I guess I could get it. I'm always happy to play against my bad matchups, even if it means I'm losing on camera a lot. Um, just means that I get in more practice and I get better in the matchups there where there are more points to win. Alright, if I had a second part of the combo or a brainstorm I'd keep, but this is a pretty easy mulligan. Oh boy. I really don't want to go lower, but I think I have to. I'll keep this. It's going to be one of those really bad. I've got a show and tell in Emrakul hands, but I'm not going to go down to 4. Oh boy, is this Pox? I think I'm playing against, well, Pox or Depths or Reanimator. Targeting themselves? No, targeting me. Okay. Imagine it'll be the Cunning Wish or the Ice Fang. The Emrakul doesn't make much sense here. I mean, I suppose it kinda does, but if this is Reanimator, yeah. I was also expecting, yeah. Oh, it's Box. We mulled twice against Pox. This is gonna be fun. Alright, Spell Pierce. I am happy to have you. I will gladly counter a Hymn to Tuark. That card can be brutal and backbreaking. I will allow the ritual and hope that they're casting a non-creature here. Would love to Spell Pierce a Lily of the Veil. Or Lily of the Last Hope. Oh, it was just a bluff spell? Trying to draw out interaction, I see. So, a little rough on what we want to do here. I'm tempted to just trade off with their Asylum Visitor if they attack, but at the same time I kind of want to hold open Spell Pierce. Yeah, I think if they offer the trade, I'll take it. Because I can't think of anything too devastating besides Chains of Mephistopheles they might deploy. And if I'm being completely honest, I don't really mind getting changed here if it means that I get to prevent them. I don't think they're going to play Chains, actually. Like, it would still be bad, but as opposed to a threat, I think I'll just be glad to let them get a Chains down. Could always be worse. I'm also assuming they only really have one, which is pretty typical. And this is an obvious... I suppose this was a pretty obvious offering of the trade from them, because they wanted me to tap out. They knew about the Ice Fang. Might just have another one. Or a Bob. I don't know. Gatekeeper? I don't think this is Pox anymore, I just don't know what it is. So I want the Misty, because I don't want I don't want the Omni, I don't think. At least, not yet. Yeah, we're pretty far away from that. I'll let them waste my trop, because if they want to do that, it means they're not doing something worse for me. I'm also not planning on trading with their gatekeeper. It doesn't draw them cards eventually. It's fine. No problem taking 2 damage here. Deploy the Ice Fang now. So they still need their land. Something that we should pay attention to. Should also pay attention to the fact that they have Gatekeeper. So we need to be careful about just show and telling in an Emrakul, because if they kill our Ice Fang, they can then, you know, edict away our Emrakul. But now that that's happened, I think we're safe to just deploy. Yeah, I'd rather get the Snowland while I can, instead of just using it as a swamp that they can then wasteland, and have a wasteland live for their and then just draw another wasteland and have it live for my trop too. Present them with fewer wasteland opportunities. Put in an Urborg. Alright, so that can be bad for me. Could mean they have a 1 mana removal for my Ice Fang. Something like Fatal Push into another Edict. No? I don't think they have any outs then. Except Toxic Deluge for 15. At which point they shouldn't have put anything in. Against Mono Black. Double Veil. Ice Fang could be decent, but I think I'll trim an Omni because they'll have the discard, making that combo a bit worse. And again, I think because of how they have it, that's actually the better combo, is the Omniscience. They can't interact with it, and it's just, how do I put it? It's going to be harder to just win off an Emrakul when they have Edicts. Trim an Astrolabe. Trim a Preordain. There we go. Want to keep the Ice Fangs. They have some pretty scary threats in the form of card draw engines. I'm going to assume they also have Bob if I saw Asylum Visitor. And I don't want to just have a Bob that's capable of attacking with impunity take me down. And if I was on the play, this would be amazing. As it stands, it's only okay. I'll keep. Plan on getting a blue source, or a green source, as soon as possible so I can maintain Veil of Summer. No turn 1 action means that they probably have a pretty good hand. I'm going to assume something involving Ensnaring Bridge, so luckily we trimmed an Emrakul. And this is him. And this is why we like Veil of Summer in this deck. Him to 2 Arc reads, 2 mana, discard a card, your opponent draws a card. No, you just got rid of a card for nothing, and we drew one. Nothing to see here, just a 1 mana Cryptic Command that lasts for the entire turn. island, and we'll pass. Hold up, Spell Pierce. We'll start digging later. No need to dig for the combo if doing so only makes us lose pieces of the combo. Asylum Visitor? Go for it. Excellent. No need to deploy a wastelandable target yet. Okay, I 100% want all of these, so... Let's see. Preordain, Brainstorm, Veil. No shuffle. And I'll hold up both for this turn only, because I know I want the top cards. Wasteland, go for it. They're nowhere near a point where we need to actually care about Asylum Visitor yet. Two mana. Okay, now it's starting to get to be concerning. I feel like countering this just so that we're on a slower clock. And we already know we have two cantrips on top. So, I'll pitch the Ponder. I just really want to keep their clock a lot slower than that while we look for an Omniscience. Alright. So they're mono black aggro apparently. Didn't really see that coming. You're done Brainstorm, preordained to shuffle things away. Spell Pierce is now too slow. Get rid of Trop, get rid of Pierce. Luckily we found a land and don't need to use Preordain as a shuffler, or as a card to clear the top, I suppose is a better way to put it. Bottom. Bottom. This means I'm putting down Force, but I don't necessarily need Force. Alright, so I didn't play with Eureka in mind, but I don't think I really had the luxury to. I'm gonna go any order shuffle this. It's fine. That'll trade with the Asylum Visitor at some point. The Wasteland not really letting me play with Eureka in mind. Maybe I should have taken it and then used the Ponder to search. For green source or show and tell. Well, no, that's not the problem. That's right. I'm looking for Omniscience. I keep thinking I'm looking for show and tell. Yes, I'll take 5. You have me on a 3-turn clock, as far as you're aware. What do you play here? I'll deploy that on their turn because of the Force. Note that their Liliana's Triumph also gets around Veil of Summer. 1 Thoughtseize. Oof. I'd rather Veil than kill their creature. Alright, I suppose that's one way to show and tell. Not the way I wanted to, but the way I'm gonna be forced to. Maybe I find... no, I don't have a Astrolabe to cast Release the Ants with. Let's see. Put Emrakul in, it doesn't even necessarily deal with the problem. I find surgical, I won't have enough life necessarily. I find intuition, I don't have the mana. Echoing Truth isn't quite good enough. I'm just gonna pass. No need to cast Cunning Wish when it can just win me the game, depending on my top card. Lead on Ponder. Don't want any of those. Shuffle. So here's the moment of truth. Do I show in an Emrakul, stop them from attacking, hit them for 6, and then die? Or do I leave up Ice Fang, Force of Will, go to 1, and hope? I think that's it. I think I'm gonna lean on the Ice Fang here. If they have another Bloodghast, we are just dead. I think I have to force that. Pitch Spell Pierce, right? Right. Okay. Ice Fang blocks the Asylum Visitor. We drop to 1. But hey, we will be alive. Nangerborg messing up our tapping. Omniscience is what we really, really want here. Or another Show and Tell. I guess a City of Traders also does it? No, it doesn't. It comes close. It came close-ish. Yeah, I think I brainstorm here, looking for the Omniscience. Man, we just aren't catching that break. Show and Tell's on top. Tropical Island. Show and Tell. Making a black just because we can. Pretty obvious we're leaving up Veil of Summer here. Cunning Wish, if our Trop makes it through this turn, will grab the, what's it called? We'll grab Return to Nature to exile the Bloodghast, so that we can swing exile Bloodghast, their fetch land no longer kills us. Of course, that's not actually a good idea anyway, I think. I think Cunning Wish for intuition. Could grab Echoing Truth and cast it. Okay, I like that. I think we've actually got this because of Echoing Truth. Trying to just work through this one step at a time. We're not going to exile it when it tries to come back because they could draw another one. Echoing Truth will just deal with all copies of it, and is completely fine by me. Yep. Go for it. Bloodghast comes back. It has haste. But I'm not worried. Not unless they cast a Thoughtseize here. Phew. Alright, that's also a problem. Let's see. So that'll shuffle, which is actually pretty good for us. We find the Echoing Truth, we bounce the Bloodghast. It's not gonna be good for more than this turn. They might have us here. Because we can't afford to, I swear I kind of want to just put a fog in the sideboard for a wish target. It's come up so often that I want it. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else we'd be able to answer the Bloodghast with, so goodbye Emrakul. Because I don't want to shuffle the Echoing Truth into my library. Yes. Echoing Truth. Bounce it. Omniscience, please. That is a spell that, could, I suppose, do something. Eventually. If we survive this turn. I think our only out is now our opponent casts the Bloodghast, and we get to, somehow do something involving Veil of Summer. Nope, they've got this one. Alright, so knowing they're mono black, more aggressive, I think I still want the Surgical as a wish target. I don't really want it to involve one of my draw steps. Spell Pierce, nowhere near as good as I thought it would be. Add in the Preordain. Yeah. I'm liking being a little bit more consistent, so cantrips. Sorin is interesting. Leads me to believe they might have a bigger vampire threat. I think the biggest one is that vampire that draws a bunch of cards. But I could be wrong. There's... What might they want to Sorin in? Thinking of all vampires. You know what, I'm just gonna do a quick search. Of course I'll play first. So that I know. No, I'm gonna mulligan this. That hand would have just been the greediest thing I could have possibly kept. This one's not too far behind it, but I think it's still a lot better. Goodbye one of those. Lead on Trop. I'll brainstorm to defend my show and tell if I have to. I'll also just drop in a turn 2 Emrakul if the opportunity arises. Dark Ritual, okay. Yep, defend the show and tell. They'll take the Spell Pierce, I imagine. Could have Blood Tyrant? I doubt it. Hold on. Oh, and they hymned me? Whew, brutal. They also hit 2 of my best lands, but at least I'll still be able to Arkhams. No him, please. Ooh, him. No? Okay. You have a clock. I'm fine with this. Okay. So if we draw a soul land here, we can actually deploy our Arkham's Astral, or we can actually deploy our show and tell for Omniscience. And we're going to. Because there's very little, I just looked through all the vampires they might have for Sorin, and there's very little I'd care about. And getting an Omniscience in just means they won't be able to actually deal with it. Yeah, I can't think of anything they'd want to Sorin in. Is it just there because it can give them a little bit of a mana advantage and also do a bit of extra damage? I don't know. Is it just there for the plus? To like do some extra damage? Seems like a weird use of Sorin in Legacy. But they have a strong disruptive package around it. Some pretty decent vampires. They might think that it's a good idea to discard some cards from my hand, though I doubt it now that I have an Omniscience in play. I'm not going to give them any ideas about what is and isn't a good idea. Hopefully I draw a card here, though, before that Sorin kills me. F6. So, just basically a race towards any kind of action. If we draw a Brainstorm, we might hold on to it for 1 turn. Although things could be a lot more desperate next turn if I do that. I'm also holding this so their Asylum thing isn't as terrible. Alright, I'll now just do anything I can. Oof. If I had a Mystic left, I guess it wouldn't do anything. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that Flooded Strand is offline. I have exactly 1 turn to draw something besides a land. Precisely the one. Actually, I think I'm dead this turn. Yeah, if my opponent does this right, I'm dead. Oh, safe. If they'd minused the Sorin, because that does it to... Yeah, they could have burned me out. Because as it stands, that's less damage than, just minusing Sorin, sacrificing a vampire, and bolting me. They might still have it, and are just trying to style, but it's pretty risky when I have an Omniscience and unknown cards I haven't played. Something. It's Bonder. There we go. Yep, their misplay gave us the game. 3, 4, 5, 6, nope. Oh, thank God, 2. And on top. No, I will not shuffle. We'll be going for the Firemind's Foresight kill, because its backup plan is the other kill. So Firemind's, grab Cunning Wish, because I still need to grab something else out of my deck, and a Brainstorm. Eat on Impulse. Grab a Ice Fang Quaddle. I don't think Force of Will is a high enough mana cost. Though maybe it was, and I'm just incredibly greedy. Drop an Ice Fang. Alright. Omniscience should be a high enough mana cost to win. Plop a Ice Fang and a Omniscience on top. Cast Cunning Wish. Yes, I will use. Grab Release the Ants. And a game. And I will do this 26 more times because I have no better options. So as you can see here, an Emrakul just straight up would not have been good enough. If I played a copy of Gristlebrand, it would have been Emrakul plus Gristlebrand is pretty hard for anybody to beat. Okay. I don't think there's a vampire with mana cost of 10. Alright, and we got there. So we'll do one last game. We'll also check the 2-player queue first. Let's see. Let's go ahead and wait for whoever joins. And here we go. Would I like to play first? Absolutely. Would I like to keep? I don't think so. This is sadly also a mulligan. Not as big of a fan of going down to 5 as I am of going to 6, but alas, I'll keep this. And I'm very, very sad about what I have to do here. But goodbye, Island. Goodbye, Spell Pierce? Oof. I don't want to... I'm not going to be able to defend it. I guess I'll just... Yeah, goodbye, Spell Pierce. I want as much card draw as I can get. Please don't be a wasteland matchup. Because I'm gonna have to fetch with Eureka in mind. Alone. Okay. Brainstorm helps. Brainstorm helps a lot. I might be able to actually fetch a basic here. Huh. The Baronmoor concerns me. Means they likely have some absurd card advantage engine. Please don't be a defensive brainstorm. I really need it to be a... Oh, okay. Brainstorm now. That's never gonna come in. And I suppose I can just draw that on my turn. No, I think I'll bin the Eureka. They're not gonna be a deck that matters there. Grab an island. They're not gonna have counters. They might have had discard like him, so maybe I should have kept it just in case of that, but so be it. Hopefully they don't. Okay. Bob is fine. Makes me tempted to hold on to the Ice Fang, but I'm gonna run it out so that I might be able to actually just win a little bit sooner. Oh, there we go. I'll play around Days, but nothing else here. They could have a Force, but I think that gets more likely with their Dark Confidant being out and alive for a few turns. So I'm going to show and tell. Drop an Omniscience in. This could be a very bad idea. And I think it was. Got a lot of colors in there. Don't think attacking is a very good plan here. Alright, Bob. Another Bob. You bobbed your bob. Not an Assassin's Trophy, please. It is an Assassin's Trophy. Grab an island. Now we can grab Mystic Sanctuary at some point later. And our Ice Fang even has Death Touch. I think we'll let their Bob in. No? Right, they care about both of their creatures. Fair enough. Yep, that's right. Should have kept that for force fodder. Alas, I have forgotten. Play out the land so that later on we can force just hard cast without cracking our fetch land, which we'll need to grab a show and tell to put on top of our library again at some point, most likely. Second Bob is fine. Oh, Abrupt Decay. That is a lot less fine. Not sure if this is faster than grabbing a fetch land there, but I've never been good at Knight of the Reliquary math. I'm gonna do anything here. think we're gonna have to hope that, no, we can't, because they'll have Caracas. We can't just show in an Emrakul. And they have an Oko. Oh, the brutality. We need another Omniscience. So I was a little too worried about Force of Will, a little, too relaxed on the possibility of potentially, a potential Assassin's Trophy. Normally, when you get an Omniscience in, it's pretty safe. I'm more used to, Abrupt Decay, but Assassin's Trophy is around, and it is something you really need to be aware of. I still think it was right. Wait, no. I assumed Loam. Loam doesn't even play. Yeah, that was 100% wrong then. I was unsure and hedged my bets against the wrong card. And I should have seen it. What happens when you're not as familiar with the meta as you should be. Yeah, there's no draw that gets me out of this anymore. Because they'll have, what's it called? What they're gonna do, they'll make that into a creature, they'll cycle their land for 5, 6, 7, sorry, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's already lethal. And even if I did have another draw step, wouldn't have been good enough. Against Loam, Veil is pretty bad. So let's see, how do I want to do this? I mean, Surgical's not great either. In fact, I'm pretty sure I don't have anything for Loam. Except for Return to Nature, but I think I'd rather have that in the board. Maybe I'd rather have Intuition in the main. Yeah, I'll bring in an Intuition, trim an Emrakul. They're not likely to have Surgical. And this is a slower matchup where Intuition's actually pretty good. Kind of like the Boseiju. I can kind of get away with keeping this on the back of a Brainstorm. Yeah, I'm gonna lean on Brainstorm pretty heavily to fix this, but having a Show and Tell and a Brainstorm with a fetch, I'm more than happy to keep this and see how things pan out. I don't mind getting wasted because I have double Trop. Don't mind getting wasted here. Go for it. As long as I don't also get chaliced. Alright, I was gonna say, if I also get chaliced, then that's pretty bad. Second. Ooh, Island, even better. I'm not exactly happy that I drew the extra land here, but I'll take what I can take. Okay, Thalia's fine. Deploy. Trop. Kinda hope I stop drawing lands every turn here. Was hoping that I'd also get a few non-land draw steps to help the brainstorm out. Is this the chalice? Alright. So this isn't going to be a perfect brainstorm, which sucks given our last few draw steps. Well, the lands are better than cards that don't do anything. Although, the Boseiju now is actually not too bad. I wish I'd put those in the other order. And, drawn the Astrolabe. Or not the Astrolabe. The Astrolabe still doesn't do anything. I can still resolve Ponders because of this Thalia. And Boseiju. Having a little bit of an interaction there. So if they waste me, I hope it's this turn. Okay. Yep. Alright, this is bad. They have a knight. They have a huge threat now. And the one that can tutor up a wasteland to get rid of my Boseiju that would otherwise allow me to play around their Chalice of the Void. I'm gonna play the Boseiju because I hope I draw a cantrip next turn and I want to be able to deploy it if I do. Of course, it's always you draw the show and tells in the matchups you don't need more than one. And draw 0 in the matchups where you just wish you draw nothing but. Well, still, you know, a thing to put in. Alright, Bob is fine. Really complaining, just think it's funny. Here comes a wasteland because they saw the interaction. And they will be blowing up my Boseiju, I believe. No? Okay. I think I'm dead if I do it now, though. I need these draw steps to be really good to me. Really, really good to me. Alright. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, don't show and tell, don't deploy anything. I think I need to, like, draw a literal Emrakul next turn, or I lose. Because, Thalia will otherwise keep me out of this. And even if I draw the Emrakul, it's not guaranteed. I'd have to then draw into, even more beyond that. The Emrakul's just step 1. Can't even tap Boseiju. You know what? I think I want to take myself out of this with the Ancient Tomb. Yep. GG. Alright, that was it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you now see why I want to play Sneak and Show. I don't think this is quite as well positioned as it was when I put it together. Watch somebody be here now. Nope. I think they're all in the events. Are there any that start today? No? Huh, I thought there was one that... Is it nope, not the 31st. Thought there was one that started today. Oh well. Anyway, hope you all have a nice day. And be safe out there.